Alright YouTube, welcome back to another Jesse's RC video. Today we are going to be reviewing the Pocket Drone Quadcopter 124 FQ777. I'm not quite sure how you say their name, SBEGO, or anyways, it's SBEGO. And overall, so far, it looks like a really nice little product. They got it where the drone is stored right here in the controller, and easy access. So you got your drone in here, and then in the back they made a nice little compartment for your prop guards and the two little landing gear. Now the kit does come with an extra landing gear just in case you use one, so that's nice. And if you like to fly with your thumb and pointer fingers by pinching onto the controller, it even came with those that you can unscrew and install instead of flying with the thumb pads. And of course you got your charging cable, and it also came with a USB if you don't want to use your batteries inside the controller. It came with I think that's 8 props in there, so you have enough for a whole nother 2 sets to go with the drone. And overall, very smooth controls, very nice, kind of neat and compact, but it's very close to the controller, so you got to be careful when flying it, because it's not that hard to let them slip. But let's get down to just the drone, and we'll get into the nitty-gritty of it. Alright YouTube, so there is so much that goes on with this little tiny drone. I don't even know where to start, really. I mean, it has all the way from headless mode to a return to home feature in this little guy. And I mean, it's just so tiny. I mean, for that to have an auto return to home, that is just insane. It is a 2.4 gigahertz radio frequency. And I assume that they think you're going to be flying it outdoors if it's not windy for it to have a return to home. I mean, otherwise, how could you lose orientation of it with it just being inside of a room or something? It does have a LiPo battery in it. Now, I'm not exactly sure what size it comes with. I'll have to find that out and mention it later on in the video, but it has a nice LED display. The back of the drone is displayed in blue, and the front is displayed in red. Usually I like it to be the other way. I like my red to be in the front, but can't do nothing about that. It's very easy to install the prop guards. They just simply slide on right there. You just got to get them to stay. Some of them want to be a pain because there's this little tab. I don't know if I can get it to focus, but this little tab right there, if you can see it right there, has got to slide right there on each one. Right there where you see the LED lights coming through. So when you pop them on, you kind of got to get them to slide in at the same time, and it can be a bit of a hassle, especially if you got to do this every time to fly it, if you want to use the prop guards. But you just got to work with it, and eventually it'll get on there, and I'll show you what it looks like once they're on. Alright, so I got the prop guards on it. It's not that bad, it's just kind of hard recording and doing it, I guess you should say. But once you get the tabs lined up, it gives the drone a little bit bigger appearance, and with this thing, I would recommend flying with the prop guards, because this thing flies very fast. When you're flying, it can go to a pitch like that. It's ridiculous in speed, and it's very maneuverable. It's got great yaw, although it does yaw faster to the right than it does to the left, and that kind of gets on my nerves a little bit, but you can't complain about that with that little thing having auto return to home. I still can't get over that. That's just amazing. And this is another neat little factor. They gave you landing gear, and like I said, they gave you an extra one in the kit, but they just pop onto the little tabs at the bottom down there, and it really looks like a sophisticated drone. Once it's all on there, it's very nice to be a little nano drone like that. I mean, it's the nicest nano drone I've ever got, that's for sure. So that's what the drone looks like fully assembled. It looks really neat, in my opinion. And yeah, you got your basic trim buttons, you got your auto return to home buttons and all that. I'll leave that up to you guys once you purchase this product, if you do, to look over and figure out which one goes with which. But overall, very simple. Like I said, you got your charger in the back, you got your on and off switch right here. To bind it, you just go, and if you want to fly it in headless mode, you hold it to the bottom left, and that is set it on headless mode. And if you would like to balance out the gyros to fly it regularly, you hold it down to the right, and you hear that beep, and then you got power. Kind of hard to fly it in a little space, but this thing is very quick and very maneuverable drone to be so tiny. So let's give this thing a fly, and we'll come back with our final thoughts on it. I'm really excited to fly this one. Very nice front flip. Let's do a back flip. Very nice. Let's do a roll. Get it back over here to do a roll. So overall, the performance of it, doing the 3D stuff, is very nice. And like I said, it is a very fast drone. I can't even get it full speed in my room. Very nice yaw rate. So, as you can see, it is very sporty, very nice little drone to fly. Let's go back down to the bottom and have our final thoughts. So, my overall review on this drone is for $17 right now on the market. I bet if you're just looking for something that can do easy little flips, fly around pretty fast, and a bunch of technology with it for $17 on Amazon, go get you one right now. I mean, it is the best drone that I have flown this small that has that much maneuverability with headless mode and a return to home feature. And it has tons of safety features built into this little thing as well. If you wreck it and one of the motors, the props get jammed, the minute you try to start it up, it's just gonna cut off. It has safety recognition that it can tell if one of the motors is jammed to keep it from burning up, and it's just amazing. It's a very smooth flying drone. You've seen me flying it around in a little tight space, and outside, if you want to try out the return to home feature, it's just amazing to me. I mean, you cannot beat it for the price. Very smooth controls on it. It just flies really great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. This is Jesse's RC, and stay tuned for the next one.